Hey, what up, guys? Zion Roberts here. Looking sort of like a the 1980s version of Silent Bob from Jay and Silent Bob or something. Um, Rocking this ugly, bad Cosby sweater, backwards hat, and this nice black jacket, whatever. Um, yeah, I'm in my parents' office today. This is the back room. Hence why it looks so shitty and unbearably whiter than the whitest white sun before it incinerates into a star-burnt apocalypse. No, but the reason I wanted to make this video, this is a video that I've wanted to make for a little while. It's touching. And I'm going to start doing more of these raw kind of videos and just upload them. Kind of stuff that I was doing on XR2, but I think I'm just going to like take the couple of videos I've done on there and just put them on this channel and just make it all one thing because, I don't know. I mean, because like it's a lot of the same stuff I'm talking about. It's like I really don't care that much. I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal whether there's like music in the background of my stuff or not. I mean, I don't think I'll put music in the background of this one. I don't know. I think I'm just going to upload this one raw. Whatever, we'll see. The reason I want to make this video because it's touching on something that I've talked about a few times in the past, but I've never made like a specific video about it. And I think in regards to some fans, sometimes when I talk about stuff in a comedic context, about drugs, for instance, like I think sometimes people get the wrong idea about things, and I partially want to make this video to like clarify my personal feelings about drugs and alcohol, and then go into a bit of sort of the conspiracy theory elements that also contribute to why I have these current feelings. So, okay, now as many of you know, I used to drink alcohol. I mean, I wasn't like an everyday sort of alcoholic, but I was a bad alcoholic. I couldn't handle my liquor. My behavior would be kind of crazy and destructive. I never did anything as far as like hurting people or anything like that, but my behavior would get wild and crazy. And since I technically speaking am on the sort of autism spectrum, paranoid schizophrenia spectrum, like alcohol definitely was not like a good chemical for me. Like it made that behavior sort of worse. It made me kind of wild and crazy. I would destroy furniture and stuff, kind of do like Woodstock, in 1999 type stuff, and it was just a bad scene for me. And it was also bad for my health. So I would wrestle off and on in the past with like quitting. Until I finally quit for good, like this past August, and I've been sober for about 6 months, and I'm pretty proud about that. And I don't plan on ever touching a drop of alcohol again. But this video is more about just talking about alcohol. It's about drugs in general. See, I've I've done the party thing. I went to college. I expanded my consciousness. You can get from that what you will. Some of these things I'm not going to come out and say it because the Illuminati can use that against you, and that's a lot of what this video is about. So I've expanded my consciousness. Take that for what you will. And I've drank quite a lot in the past. I partied, had a good time, whatever. One thing I never got into was hard drugs. I never went down that path, and I'm thankful for it. And it's always been my understanding. I've been a truther since about 2009. Okay, and even since the beginning days, even before that, honestly, I always thought that hard drugs were basically the most evil shit ever. And and now it's time to connect it to the conspiracy political realm. I'm sure many of you in the truther field have heard that the hard drugs like cocaine and heroin, methamphetamine, etc., are basically pushed by the CIA. Well, they're smuggled in by the CIA what is it? I'm trying to think of that Kendrick Lamar song, like Bobby Seale. Bobby Seale making deals. Bobby Seale was one of the big guys back in the 70s and 80s who worked with the CIA to smuggle in cocaine. Okay, and they'll try to push it in the mainstream media with stuff like Narcos. Like, it was just these Mexican go-getters, drug dealers doing it all themselves, and it's total bunk. It's total fucking propaganda. I mean, sure, they probably played their part in it, I'm sure. To this day, they play their part in it. But it goes hand in hand with the fucking CIA. The Illuminati CIA are very fucking responsible for the trafficking of hard drugs, okay? And what happens when you traffic in these hard drugs? People get addicted to them, horribly addicted. I've known people who got addicted to hard drugs. I won't go into the specifics, but I've seen it ruin the lives of some friends of mine. Just completely fucking devastate their fucking lives, dude. Like, just completely, they lost friends, they lost homes, they lost their families, like, they lost pretty much everything because of it. So I've seen it firsthand, like, how hard drugs can destroy people's lives. And then why do you think, like, they try to push this stuff in the gangster rap and stuff like that? It's to degenerate humanity, get humanity, and here's, connected to something else that I was just watching that reminded me of, a conspiracy theory that about 1991, 1990, a bunch of record executives, Illuminati record executives, got together and they hatched a plan to popularize, gangster rap and sort of drugs and violence, hard drugs and violence, in the culture in order to encourage more people, black people in particular, to throw their lives away by getting involved in crime, hard drug trafficking, hard drug addiction, and violence, gang violence, in order to throw their lives away. And basically what happened when they pushed stuff like NWA, everyone all of a sudden wanted to be like a fucking gangster, okay? And what happened from that was that you saw more gang banning, so you saw more like black kids like losing their lives for no good fucking reason because of fucking turf wars. You a my fucking turf, nigga. You ain't a fucking Crip. You a Jip. I'm a Jop. You're a Lop. I hate all Lops because I'm a Jip. I'm gonna bust a cap in your ass. Sort of shit like that. Just like petty fucking worst case scenario tribalism. If you want to talk about, I've talked about tribalism in the past, about how toxic it is. How stupid it is when fucking like, people will go to fucking war over each other and like punch each other over a fucking like a different fucking sports teams. Like, I'm a fucking Steelers fan. You're a fucking Mountaineer fan. I fucking hate you, you fucking faggot. I'm gonna punch you in the face. I'm so drunk. Just tribalist fucking nonsense. Divide and fucking conquer. That's the oldest fucking trick in the book. Divide and conquer, okay? And that's how divide and conquer politics play into gangster rap music, okay? Is getting these fucking kids to go to war over not having the right fucking collars. It's like, most of these fucking kids, you're pretty much all black people, or you're all Mexican or some white people. Like, you're all the same fucking race of people. Like, why are you fucking battling over the dumbest fucking shit, you fucking idiots, okay? It's like, so gangster rap, encouraged gang violence, and now that's encouraged to tens of, probably in the millions now, of like kids who have lost their lives because of fucking gang violence, okay? And encourage like hard drugs, and the thing about hard drugs is that not only are they the most debilitating, the most addictive, the ones that can really fucking destroy lives, but they often carry some of the most severe fucking sentences, like prison sentences. Like you could get fucking life sentence for like trafficking like cocaine or something, and you can get probably like 15 years for being like a cocaine addict or whatever. You know what I mean? It's some of the most severe. It's some of the most severe sentences for drug-related offenses is related to hard drugs like cocaine, heroin, meth, etc. Okay, so not only do these drugs ruin lives, you know, you can also get in huge fucking trouble, like severe fucking trouble for messing with that shit. So so why would why would fucking gangster rap and other forms of rap music, more modern forms of rap music like trap, etc., retro gangster rap, why would you willingly promote something that would like completely debilitate the lives of people that come in contact with that stuff? It's like, well, it's because it has nothing to do with there's I mean, like black culture used to be about fucking jazz and shit. You remember that? In the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, it was all about jazz culture. And I'm sure some of those people messed with like some of the hard stuff, I'm sure. But it wasn't promoted in the fucking culture, okay? It's like it wasn't until this like hard like rap music started to get promoted that it got like promoted sorry, excuse me. It wasn't until promoted. It wasn't until gangster rap came onto the scene that like hard drugs and violence and stuff got promoted, and then after that, like gang violence went up like 100%. You know, drug crimes went up 100%. Hard drug addiction went up 100%. So it's like it's not just a genuine, authentic thing that came. They want you all to think that like fucking, you know, gangster rap was all authentic from the streets and shit. And you know, I used to listen to some gangster rap. I used to bump, you know, more experimental stuff like Death Grips too. I don't really like bump stuff like that anymore. It's not a part of my scene anymore. You know, I'm mostly into like conscious hip hop as far as rap is concerned. But like, you know, they basically just pushed that shit. It wasn't an authentic. It wasn't an authentic thing. It was from the top down. It was Illuminati pushed to encourage this sort of bad behavior in kids and get them in fucking trouble. Either get them, you know, get them fucking throwing their lives away into jail for hard drug sentences, or fucking throwing their lives away, you know, for hard drug addiction, or fucking, you know, for killing them. Basically, you end up dead. Okay, you could end up dead from the hard drugs. You could end up dead from the gang banging. Okay. So that was the real plot. It was an Illuminati plot to sort of put everyone in prison. And I just watched this video that was talking about the mysterious death of EazyE. Like, and this is, you know, everyone knows about Tupac and Biggie and how shady that stuff was. Like, Tupac was basically killed because he was a big rapper who started out pushing the gangster rap stuff, but then he changed his tune to doing more conscious hip hop. And it was when that happened that he started to be a mad target from the Illuminati. They framed him. They set up some scenario where like this woman got like beat up, and they blamed it on him. And it turns out it was like someone else in his crew, some infiltrator in his crew did the crime, and he took the punishment for it and he went to jail. When he got out, you know, it was meant to be sort of a fear tactic, sort of put the pressure on him. But Tupac didn't give a fuck. I mean, once he came out, he just started spitting even more fucking conscious raps. And then they were like, okay, well, you know, we're going to have to like, you know, do the final solution with him. And they fucking offed him. They paid Suge Knight, you know, to fucking off him. Okay? But this was before like Tupac. Like, I didn't even know about this. That EazyE from NWA died mysteriously from AIDS, apparently. And Bone Thugs and Harmony were apparently good friends with him. And they said, like, he didn't look like the person who had AIDS, because everyone knows that people with AIDS, like, will look, you know, pale and sick and stuff, and look like they're ready to die weak, okay? You know, but, you know, EazyE was strong as ever, like, rapping and freestyling and stuff, and he did not look like someone with AIDS, and no one knew, not even his friends, like Bone Thugs and Harmony, knew about this, okay? So it was, like, real fucking mysterious. So, like, the theory is that the reason that he got shot down is because he fired one of his Illuminati sort of managers, Jerry Healer, and around the same time, he also started doing the same thing that Tupac was doing, like, breaking away from his gangster rap origins, he was starting to branch into, like, conscious rap. I don't think he had done it yet, but he had given a few conversations, like taped conversations, where he was basically indicating that he was starting to go in a conscious rap direction to start to talk about the evils of the Illuminati and things like that. He was starting to break with the mold. And I think the combination of that and firing one of his shady Illuminati managers was why he died. He got assassinated. So when people who were involved in gangster rap, like Tupac and EazyE, who broke from the mold and decided to go in a conscious rap direction and started to like promote consciousness, they get offed. They don't so much do that anymore. Like these days, they like I've talked about in the past, like they don't. I mean, sometimes they'll do actual assassinations, but more often than not, what they'll do is character assassination, because character assassination is far more successful these days. So I heard about like when Lupe Fiasco had a song called "Nerd" a few years back, and which he caught out one of his managers for basically being Illuminati and for sort of dicking him around, stealing his money and things like that. And that song got deleted from SoundCloud for supposed anti-Semitism because he was basically calling out the Zionists. Okay, so so they assassinated his character and called him anti-Semitic, and they did it with someone else in 2010. I think it was I forget who that was. That may have been Lupe Fiasco again, but anyway, like, point is, like, these days, like, conscious rappers who call out the Zionists, for instance, will get called out for being anti-Semitic. That's the old thing they do. Like, anyone who talks shit on, anyone who has the audacity to talk shit on Israel, the Zionists, they get called out for being anti-Semitic. Even though there's groups that exist, like, there's the group that's, like, Jews against Zionism, like Hasidic Jews against Zionism, okay, that exist, who call out, Zionism in Israel, and call it out as basically not really a true Judaic entity, like it's basically just an Illuminati construction that's used to sort of mask the evils of Zionist Israel, in a sort of Jewish connection, so that anybody who criticizes Israel and the Zionist influence on popular culture gets, labeled an anti-Semite. So it's a disingenuous way of sort of shutting people down. Okay. But anyway, I'm getting like off topic here. Basically the point of this, what I want to say is like, so I never messed with hard drugs because they're debilitating and they're evil. And it's basically their CIA plots to, get you addicted and put you in prison, essentially. But more beyond that, these days I don't even smoke like pot unless it's medical marijuana, unless it's like legal. So West Virginia hasn't legalized it yet, so I don't smoke it anymore. I'm not gonna smoke it if I do at all until it's like legal. And but I never really messed with anything beyond that anyway. I expanded my consciousness, like I've said, but I've pretty much learned whatever I had to learn from that stuff. So I'm, you can get, like William Burroughs used to say, like anything that you can get from like a psychoactive, you can get from other ways, okay? Like through transcendental meditation, which is what I recommended in the Sanjay video, the shooting the shit with Sanjay. From just meditating, and you can let ideas come from you. Burroughs also had a tactic that he used called the cut-up technique, which I've used in the past, which is a way to induce sort of a psychoactive sort of art, surreal art, from using a cut-up technique, in which that causes you to sort of break down the barriers of reality in a way that's non-drug related. Okay, basically what you do is you take different types of texts and you put them in a cut-up machine, and it breaks them up and it jumbles them out and reassembles them in a way that's sort of like unorthodox. So it becomes a way to break down the sort of fascistic control elements of reality, the control machine, as Burroughs used to call it. Okay, so anything that can be induced from a psychoactive chemical can be induced in non-chemical ways. So, and that's, I'm really into that stuff these days because, I don't touch marijuana, anymore unless it's like medical. I don't go near the psychoactive stuff at all. Probably ever again. And certainly 100% never fucking touch the hard stuff because that stuff is evil. With a capital fucking E. With a capital fucking EazyE. EazyE! He's evil. And I don't even touch alcohol anymore because it was a bad scene for me. So basically, the point of this, but the major point that I'm trying to stress is that when you're a truther, okay, when you're someone who calls attention to power, you're going to become a target, okay? I'm a big fucking target. My channel is small, okay? I'm not a huge fucking channel or anything, but I live in a town where I'm an easy fucking target. I live in a town where, the FBI is just around the fucking corner, okay? So it really does take some balls for me to be doing what I'm doing. So I stick out like a sore fucking thumb. Like I wear my beliefs on my fucking sleeves. So you can bet I'm a fucking target of the fucking government, okay? And you can bet they're looking for any fucking excuse they can to fucking shut down someone like me. So that's the big overarching reason that I don't mess with drugs, okay? That's the main fucking reason that I don't mess with it. I don't even mess with alcohol because it's bad optics for me personally. So I don't want to do anything that's going to sort of like, I don't want to give them a fucking reason to put me down because I know they're fucking out there. I know they've got their little fucking Illuminati tentacles looking for any little fucking thing they can to fucking shut me down because they don't fucking like me. They don't like that I'm a fucking truther, making videos, making songs, etc. They're afraid of me, okay? Now, they'll pass it off like they're not fucking afraid of me. They'll fucking lie to people in town saying I'm this, that, and the other. They'll exaggerate the fact that I'm an eccentric to be like, oh, well, that guy's weird. I think he might be up to this, that, and the other, you know what I mean? And they'll be like, oh, well, he's into the music scene. I bet he's into drugs. Because everyone who's in the music scene is into drugs, right? They'll spread all these horseshit fucking lies that have no fucking foundation. And it's all because they're trying to fucking assassinate my fucking character, dude. And if you don't think that, like say, for instance, like I started messing with something illegal, a substance or something, you don't think they would be on me like fucking stink on a fucking monkey? Then you're fucking naive, okay? So like I said, I never once in the past ever messed with the hard stuff. That stuff will get you on all ways. It'll get you fucking addicted. It'll get you fucking tossed in prison, life sentence. That stuff is evil from the get fucking go. CIA bullshit, okay? And I don't even do anything something as light as like pot. For the most part, they don't even care about pot. But if you're a truther who they don't like, who's causing problems, something they might overlook, college people, fucking 95% of people in Morgantown is a college town that's near me, probably fucking smoke pot and do psychoactives or whatever. And they turn the other way because many of them are the typical fucking liberal, libtard, socialist, whatever. It's like, okay, well, we don't care about them because they play their part in society, basically. But someone like me calling truth to power, who's got conservative sympathies and stuff, who's a libertarian, who neither conforms to both the left or the fucking right, so therefore we can't be fucking classified easily. Therefore, we're a bigger fucking threat because we're neither left nor fucking right, and we're speaking truth, and we're not giving into the stereotypes of either the right winger or the left winger, and we're speaking truth to fucking power. And you can fucking bet your ass they will fucking want to find a reason to fucking shut you down. Like, so if you're a truther who smokes pot, like a libertarian, like, don't be surprised if they come trying to break down your door and toss you in jail for, like, a few days to a few years, depending on how much you had on you, okay? The same thing they would overlook a fucking leftist for, they will fucking be on your ass like stink on a monkey if you're a libertarian or conservative who speaks truth. You best fucking believe it, buddy. You best fucking believe it. So that's why I don't even fucking smoke pot anymore, man. unless, you know, once medical gets approved, I might fuck with that. Okay, I might. But until then, I'm sober mostly. I mean, the only thing I mess with is kratom, which I've said in the past is perfectly legal. I can't fucking get in trouble for it. Oh, they've tried to make that fucking shit illegal, unsuccessfully, but they haven't fucking succeeded yet. Okay, so for now it's whatever. But even that I'm quitting, because even that you got to be careful. You can get addicted to that too. But it's not as, it's the addiction is like minor compared to other things, so it's actually not as big of a deal as they try to stress. But still, nothing you can get, anything you get fucking addicted to that becomes a crutch is not good. So I'm quitting that as well. You know, I'm quitting that. I'm getting a little warm. Also, I just want to show off this fucking. Look at this crazy Cosby sweater, dude. It's like fucking like Tetris or something. Anyway, yeah, nigga. Yeah, I got the fucking late 80s, early 90s Tetris Cosby sweater. I got the backwards hat on, baby. Yeah, I'm fucking raw. Nerdcore. Like some early to mid 2000s nerdcore rapper. Anyway. Getting back on subject, so yeah, you can bet your fucking ass, like they'll, if they can find a reason to fucking shut you down and put you in prison, they will. So I don't fuck with drugs, dude. I don't fucking do it. I won't even fucking smoke pot anymore. And I do the kratom, but I'm getting back all that because I have GERD and I have fibromyalgia, and lately it's been fucking me up. It's been affecting my GERD, which in turn will affect my fibromyalgia. So I have to actually quit the kratom for health reasons. So here soon, I won't be doing anything, dude. Not even stimulants, not even fucking caffeine, man. I'll be more or less straight edge. Like, I hate that fucking term because I remember the straight edgers from like the 2000 stuff, and we all used to make fun of them. But now it actually makes sense, because to me it makes sense that as I get older, because as you become a truther, it's safe because it's the safest fucking route you can take is to become a straight edger. Because the more you call attention to power, especially these fucking days, as we're approaching the literal fucking nanny state, surveillance state. And in fact, they're probably watching me right now. I could give zero fucks, like, suck my fucking dick. I hope you're fucking watching right now, so you could hear me clarifying my situation, so you quit fucking telling your fucking lies, assassinating my character, telling people I'm a fucking druggie and like a terrorist and all this bullshit. Like, fuck you fucking liars. I'm clarifying this shit right here, right now, uploading this fucking video. Suck my fucking dick, bitch. Okay, so I don't even mess, I won't even be messing with the kratom. Okay, I'll be clean and fucking easy, and that's the way it's gonna be from now. I might get medical marijuana. That'll be it. Okay, so I just want to make this fucking video clarifying my situation and my reasons for it. So again, like I reiterate a statement that I made at the end of my podcast. If you're a truther, don't give them a fucking reason to fuck with you, okay? Be strong. If you're suffering from some sort of drug addiction, get off that shit, man. Get clean. Get your fucking shit together. Because they will use anything they can use against you, they will fucking do it, dude. So if you're into some kind of drug addiction, get sober, get fucking clean, okay? See the fucking light. Like, and that's all I gotta say. All right. Peace out, bitches!